All right, guys, how are you doing today? As you know, we have Trance Medium Kim Cardenas here. And this is her first solo. She's done it with us and with multiple trance mediums. Now she's going to go by herself. She's going to take questions after her demonstration. If you want to have any questions, please put them in the chat. We're going to spotlight Kim right now and thank Spirit for coming today, and thank you all.
Headphones.
Could do, yeah.
Easy. Has it got a normal plug or have you got?
You focus, Kim has a lot of energy going on around her, especially her neck area. If you focus on her neck, you can see her face.
a pleasure it is to be with this beautiful energy. Now, we would like to speak of the soul. Now, the soul is immeasurable, limitless. Now, when you are on the other side, home, before you incarnated, you see, you sat at the round table with us, going over what you wanted to learn, what you wanted to experience here on Earth School. What subject shall we say you wanted to learn, what you wanted to be proficient at? One of them might have been you wanted to learn what unconditional love was. It might have been what it was like to raise wee little ones. It might have been what it is like to be a survivor. So many themes, you see. So many things the soul wants to experience. Now, of course, you here wanted to learn what it's like to be of service. A selfless act. Giving to others, sometimes a little too much. And therefore you want to learn balance as well. Now, at the round table, like we said, we were there, going over what it was and how it was to be implemented. Also, where it is necessary for us to step in and assist, even more so, you see. We cannot ever change anything, but we can always assist. We cannot give you the answers, but we can nudge you here and there, you see. Now, when you've come home, which you all will do, you see, that is the one guarantee that we can tell you with assuredness, you will return home. Your loved ones that have crossed before you are home and will be there when you return, amongst other souls as well, souls you wouldn't even imagine would be there. The person that you held the door open for one day, and on that particular day, you see, your one act of selfless kindness gave them the strength to go forward. You see, you never know what another soul is thinking or going through. And on that particular day, they might have thought, I just cannot go on anymore. But your act of kindness, your smile, your gesture, you see, gave them that strength to go on. We'd like you to just ponder that for a wee bit. And that soul now will be there for you when you come home to say thank you because of your kindness, your light, you see. gave me that strength to push forward. You never know how you will touch another, you see. So amongst your family, your friends, strangers that you are kind to, there will also be us. So much more to learn after you graduate here, you see. For some, they will go directly to their life review. It does not necessarily have to be all at once. Some souls decide they want to do it bit by bit, you see. For others, they might go to the left with us, you see, to a reorientation. And this is for souls who might, let's say, have crossed over unexpectedly for them. But you see, it was all planned. And then they reaccustom to what it is like to be back home. The energy is therefore recalibrated, shall we say. For some, it is a respite period. Again, a readjustment of energies. Now, there is so much on our side. And once you are, let's say, readjusted, recalibrated, you won't venture. You remember everything. You might want to go to the halls of learning. You might want to go to the Akashic Records. Some might want to reincarnate. Some might not want to. All up to you, you see. There is so much to be explored. You see, only once you are home, let's say the other side will refer to that. There are dimensions within dimensions. Some say levels. And with that in mind, much to explore. We would also like to touch on this. Every, shall we say, species has a soul. Your animals will be there. There are interdimensionals also there. Let us put it to you simply. There are no separate heavens. We'd like you to ponder on that as well. As we said, the soul is immeasurable. It is limitless. And that is a beautiful thing. For we are always learning, always growing. Now, on Earth School, so many subjects that you want to learn brings in, and this at times can be a controversy, a free will. And we will explain it simply, shall we say. When you go to school, there are many subjects to be learned. It is the effort that you decide, the energy that you put into said subject. This is the free will we speak of. Can things be altered? Of course. But the lesson, you see, is still there. We hope that that sheds a little light on free will. For nothing is set in stone. Yes, you wanted to learn said subject, but to what degree? That is where your free will comes into play. Now, when it comes to working with us, it is but a union, a joint venture, shall we say, which is built on love, trust, and surrender. All things that the human, the ego, does not like at first, you see. For it is total acceptance and trust that you are taken care of. Now, all of you here are becoming very proficient at this. Yet even the seasoned will at times still have a wee bit hesitation, shall we say, at times. Not to worry. Again, it is further learning, deeper, shall we say, trust, deeper surrender, all done in love. Now, while you are on your journey, some not easy, but much to be learned as well. For the harder the subject, the more learned, the more remembered. Now, this is where it comes into sharing your experiences with others. A lot do not like to do this, you see. They like to keep things private. But when you do this, you see, when you don't share what you've been through, what you've accomplished, what you've learned, this has nothing to do with ego. This has to do with sharing what you've experienced, how you've overcome things with another. It makes them know that they're not alone. And if you can do it, it gives them the strength to know that they can do it too. What a beautiful thing to share sometimes very vulnerable experiences with others. But you see, when you do this, you know that you're not alone either. And from that energy, much is learned through love. Now, when you share your joys, your sorrows, it makes your journey that much more accomplished. For you turn around and you see how far you've come. How you can be of service even more to another or to a group. You know that you're not alone. Your light shines even brighter. You see, it's about the collective, as you all know. And when you start to do this, you start to reach across the table and you find something in common. And this changes not only the energy between the other and you, but it starts to change the energy on our beloved planet as well. The planet that you are inhabiting right now. So, everything is accomplished and doable, shall we say, through love, through sharing, and through saying to one another, I see you. I see you where you are, not wanting to change you, just wanting to get to know you a wee bit better. You are all in this beautiful earth together. You all incarnated here at this time for a reason. Now, we want to let you know that you are all bright, shining lights. You took the calling to be here at this particular time, not only to come with your own agendas of wanting to learn said lessons, but to be here in this dimension at this time. You are the way showers. You are at times the warriors. You are at times the comforters. At others, you are the storytellers. You all serve a purpose. And we say to you, bravo. For you are all doing a splendid job. And that should put a smile on your face. Not only are you helping others, and through that you help yourselves, but you also take time to work with us. No one could ask any more of you. So on that note, we will say thank you. And if there are any questions, we will be happy to answer them to the best of our abilities.
Thank you, Spirit. There are a couple questions. Let me see. Carrie asked, is there a difference between the soul and the higher self?
This is a question that everybody wants to know. The soul and the higher self, no difference. You see, the soul is consciousness. It is energy. As the higher self, some say It is interchangeable. We hope that answered your question.
Sorry, I was muted. Eleanor asked that if the soul is immeasurable, because your guide said the soul was immeasurable. If it is immeasurable and limitless, does that suggest that on the other side, our souls could be represented by lots of different people?
Now we will explain again. The soul, your soul, is immeasurable, limitless, cannot be contained, ever growing, you see, ever expandable. As we just said, the soul is consciousness. Now, repeat what the second part of that question was, my dear, so we can try to answer it for her thoroughly.
Let me see. On the other side, does it mean that if our souls are immeasurable and limitless, does that suggest that on the other side, our souls could be represented by lots of different people?
Represented by lots of different people. No, your soul is your soul. Now, what we think you're trying to ask is this. Can it be at different places at different times? Yes. We think that is what you're asking. For instance, when you are in your car, driving your car down the road, your body is doing one thing, while your mind might be thinking of this or that. You see, it's doing different things, thinking different things. The soul, you might find this interesting, can do different things at different times, different places, while still being on the other side, still being home with us, you see. For instance, us. We are not only with our beloved, but we are also doing what we do on the other side. We have jobs, we have different interests. We do not stop doing those things just because we are guides, just because we are helping our beloved on her journey. But the minute she thinks of us, we are there. We hope that put a little light on your question.
Yeah. Let's see what other question. Christine says that she really enjoys listening to light language and singing. What is the purpose of the communication with us in that way?
Light language has tonal vibrations, just as the soul has certain tonal vibrations. You see, on our side, when you return home, this will make more sense for you. Remember, everything has a tone. We do not communicate with the voice, for we don't have vocal cords, you see. Everything is on a vibration and a tonal vibration. We also communicate through thought. Light language is its own language. It is also from the angelic realms, you see. Tonal vibrations go with sound. We hope that answered your question.
Thank you. Let me see. Angie asks, how can we connect more strongly to our trance guides?
And this is what we will tell you. The more that you sit in the silence, you will hear us, you see. We communicate with you in all sorts of ways, at all sorts of times. But if you schedule a date with us and you are consistent, the journey is that more pleasurable, you see. And what we mean by a date is consistency. Our beloved started out scheduling a time and a date with us during the week that was convenient for her. Not for us, but for her. And then from there, she progressed. You see, the more time that you put in with us, the more we start to work together. As we've said before, it is a union. For without her, we don't have a voice. So, the more that you sit, the more that you practice with us, communication-wise, how we work with her, how she works with us, the more that she begins to trust, the more she begins to surrender, you see. We hope that answered your question.
Anybody else have any questions? Questions? Wait, we have one more question coming, I believe. One. Maybe a couple. Is light.
I'm sorry, my dear. It seems like you broke up for a minute.
Karen asked if light language, or I think it's Christine, I'm sorry. Is light language and singing healing for us?
Of course. And why wouldn't it be? The energy and vibrations that carry in those tunes from the angelic realms could not be but healing. And you can feel it, can you not? You can feel the tonal vibrations as they're moving through your energy, as they start to go in and heal your cells, heal through the body, of course. Yes, my dear.
Janet asked, how do we heal? How do we learn trance healing?
You learned with us, but one must remember it is never said person doing the healing. It is coming from source. Also, with us, you are the conduit, you see. It comes through you. We don't want you to use your energies, you see. Leave the heavy lifting to us, shall we say. You're more the director.
Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Spirit. We appreciate you coming and
It
speaking
has
with us.
been our pleasure, my dear. And we'd like to say bravo to you as well, for you hold a beautiful space for growing and learning. And we know our beloved has told you that before, but we're telling it to you now.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. I had my eyes closed before I went down, so I didn't look at anybody to see who was in the room. I'm glad I did that.
Anybody have any questions for Kim? Judy?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, honey.
I have a question for you. There's a mirror or something to your on your side. I don't quite know what that is. Is that a
That's a
mirror?
picture. It's a picture.
Oh, because I don't know, maybe someone else could see it also.
Just
Oh,
a
okay.
picture.
All right, because I kept seeing the face moving in there.
It does that sometimes. It's a picture of one of my guides, Teaku, and he likes to kind of show up there once in a while.
I loved you. Thank you. It's so good to.
It's good seeing you. Oh, there's Carrie too. Hi. I can see everybody now, but I wasn't going to open my eyes while it's going down. There's no way. That wasn't happening.
Natural.
Just want to say that was amazing. So honoured that I
Claire.
got to see you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you coming for Kim's solo demonstration with her guides. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming. It means a lot. And I hope that, whatever they said, you could take, and what you can't, leave the rest behind,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.